Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 860. And I gotta say, man, this chapter, it was another setup chapter, but we got a few more things kind of tied up in a ribbon for us. So we know that they're definitely gonna be doing something with Jinbe, okay? Like, we know that Oda is setting something up there because one of the men that Jinbe's speaking to says, like, you know, I know what you're planning on doing. You're planning on going out in a blaze of glory. And once again, Jinbe, as he's brought up in this arc, is once again having something related to him with death, because you have that moment where Jinbe says, I did the honorable thing first and I went to request a face-to-face meeting with her in order to leave her service, but I had to change a course. The roulette wheel that she brought out had numbers on it, and it meant to indicate the number of fellow sacrifices that need to be made alongside of me. And because Jinbe is someone who's more of the respectable type, I can understand why he didn't go forward with that roulette. It also explains why he said when he saw the roulette, he basically saw death. But what kind of scares me on this a little bit is Jinbe says it doesn't matter if it's day one or it's later on. If I have to lay down my life for my captain Straw Hat Luffy, that's something that I will entertain doing and I won't hesitate to do. And his parting words with the people that he's trying to protect, telling them like, hey, you know, if you guys wait until the day of the wedding, once things start popping off, that'll be your window to leave. Just pay close attention. Security won't be as tight outward as it will be inward, because Big Mom's gonna want the ceremony protected. The thing that Jinbe gets told is to say, hey, make sure you actually protect yourself. Make sure that you look out for yourself above anything else. It's cool you're joining this crew, but at the same time, you really need to take care of yourself. And because of the type of character that Jinbe is, I could definitely see him laying down his life for Luffy. So I mean, that's something to keep your eye on. I don't think Oda's gonna kill Jinbe off, especially because he's joining the crew. I don't think that's gonna happen right now, but I do think that later on that is a possibility, because if you look at how Oda writes stuff and he'll pay it off like 400 chapters later. So I mean, I got my eye on that. I like the little back and forth that you had with Sanji's siblings, where they're saying, hey Reiju, where were you? And she said, hey idiot, you know, you guys are partying all night last night. You know, I need another room, that way I could get some peace and quiet myself. And one of the brothers is saying, okay, well, you know what, you gotta give a grown woman her privacy. It's rude to ask questions. They're really thinking, I guess, that Reiju got her back blown out somewhere else on the castle and just want to kind of keep it to herself. Hence the whole thing of, hey, it's rude to ask a woman about our business. And I like how Judge tries to keep everything on track by saying like, hey, you know, the ceremony is going to be on top of the roof. And what I found interesting about that, is how as Reiju gets the news that everything's still good to go and that Sanji's going to report there, Reiju's concern immediately goes to Sanji, and she's like, wait a second, he knows what's going to happen to us. Why is he even showing up? So I guess the main thing we can take away from this is that Reiju had already made peace with the fact that, you know, she and her family were going to die. She had made peace with that. And now with Sanji seemingly being there to die with them, it's kind of thrown her off. She doesn't know that Sanji has essentially come up with the plan with the Straw Hats and Capone to betray Big Mom. She doesn't know the details of that. So it's nice to see that compassion kind of eking out. I thought it was cool how you get the different people from the Underworld who are showing up, like with Morgans and Duffield and Uman and Giberson and Peglo, I think it's Peglo or Peklo, and you got Stussy, which Stussy's got a nice design. But, you know, I thought it was interesting that the president of the World Economic Journal, big news that showed up there. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, it just shows you that, like, corruption extends to all levels. Like, nobody that you think is clean is actually going to be clean. So I thought that was pretty cool to see the gathering of the different people from the Underworld who showed up. And I like how you got Capone. Capone is running security just like how you said he was, but you get that moment where all of a sudden Jigra shows up and he's like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, organ dealer Jigra here. Yo, I know I couldn't show up last time and I apologize for it. Had to attend to my mother's funeral, but Big Mom will understand. And before he can get to just moving around with his bullshit, all of a sudden, a bullet comes out of nowhere, or what we think is a bullet. I'm thinking, damn, Capone smoked this dude. Yo, Capone is a savage, yo. It wasn't even that. You get Katakuri, which that dude looks so fucking awesome, man. Yo, I love this design, like the way that his mouth's covered up and like the tattoos and the spikes on the shin. This dude got like some rocker shit going on. I like his design a lot, but I like how when you first see his face and you see his eyes are kind of shaded in. I guess that's Oda's way of conveying a bloodlust, and he's the second son of Big Mom, so it's just like, okay, you know, so Big Mom, this is one of the first people that Big Mom kind of spit out of her pussy. So I thought that was kind of interesting that you get that moment right there. And like this dude, you know, Capone even acknowledges like, hey, out of everybody, this is gonna be the most troublesome guy. I'm like, well, didn't you already consider that in your plans? Well, check this shit out. This dude got a bounty of 1.57 billion bounties. God, billion-dollar bounties. We are really here in One Piece now. Holy shit, man. Now I see why you guys are telling me, oh, Roger only having a bounty of a billion berries? Hell, you in for a surprise. Now I see what you guys are talking about. Damn, I know bounties don't equate to power levels. You guys know, like, that's the Dragon Ball fan in me coming out, but it's just like, damn. 1.57 billion. Or is that billion? No, that's million. My bad. I thought that said billion. Yeah, it's billion. 1,057,000,000 berries. God damn. God damn, this shit is crazy. And Capone says, he says, this guy's the source of trouble at the party. He's the biggest source. He has the color observation haki, and it's so refined that you can actually see into the near future. And he says, no wonder he's worth nearly, no wonder he's worth $1 billion. So that just shows you, like, Katakuri's going to be a huge problem going forward. He's going to be a huge problem going forward. So I like how you get that tease there, and then you see Big Mom, and Big Mom just sitting up there looking like she's one toothache away from going to the dentist, and she's like, everything around us is edible, feel free to eat. And I like how Judge is just kind of staring her down a little bit. But Sanji, the last panel we see is Sanji smoking, and Sanji looks like if the plan pulls off, he's cool with it, and if the plan doesn't, he's perfectly fine with dying. He's just a man who's resigned to his fate. So what I want to ask you guys is, what were your thoughts when you first saw Katakuri? What did you think about his design, and what did you think about his bounty price, and most importantly, what did you guys think about his color observation haki being so refined he can see the future? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.